OpenMontage sits on GitHub with almost 48,000 stars and close to 6,000 forks, and the idea behind it is easy to say and hard to actually build. You point your AI coding assistant at this repo, you describe a video in plain English, and the agent does the whole production. Research, script, scene planning, voiceover, music, editing, final render. Not one clip from one prompt, an actual finished file on your drive. Look at this demo. This one is called Signal from Tomorrow. It's a sci-fi trailer, and every part of it came out of the pipeline. Concept, script, scene plan, motion clips generated with VO, soundtrack, and the final composition. Below that, there's The Last Banana, a 60-second Pixar-looking short about a banana making friends with a kiwi. 6 motion clips from Kling, narration from Google's voice models, royalty-free piano, and word-level captions in that TikTok style. Total cost listed on the page is $1.33. The one I keep coming back to is this Library at Alexandria piece. 70 seconds, 5 hand-built scenes, a burning counter ticking down from 700,000 to 0 inside a candle flame. Narration from an OpenAI voice, free strings from Pixabay, cost 2 cents. That number matters more than the pretty one, because it tells you the system isn't just calling an expensive video model for everything. It picked cheap paths where cheap paths worked. There's also a product ad here that came in at 69 cents using nothing but one OpenAI key, built from 12 generated images each, with parallax, camera drift, and particle overlays, at 15 cents apiece. The distinction the author keeps hammering is worth catching, because most free AI video stacks quietly mean animate some still images and call it a day. OpenMontage does that, sure. But it also has a documentary path where the agent goes out to archive.org, NASA, Wikimedia Commons, plus Pexels and Unsplash if you have the free keys, builds a searchable index of real motion footage, ranks clips by how well they match your script, and cuts them into a real timeline, so you can get an actual footage-based video with 0 paid generation. Prerequisites are short, which I appreciate. Python 3.10 or newer, FFmpeg, Node version 1.8 or newer, and an AI coding assistant. Claude Code, Cursor, Copilot, Windsurf, or Codex all work, and there are separate instruction files in the repo for each one. Install is 3 commands. Clone the repo, change into the folder, run make setup. If make isn't available on your machine, there's a fallback block right underneath with the manual virtual environment steps and a separate PowerShell version for Windows. There's also a note about a Windows npm error and the workaround for it, which tells me people actually ran into it and it got fixed in the docs. After setup, you open the folder in your assistant and just talk to it. Something like, make a 45-second animated explainer about why the sky is blue. That prompt needs 0 API keys. Piper handles the narration offline. Remotion animates the visuals. FFmpeg burns the subtitles in. The repo lists a whole gallery of tested prompts with expected costs, and there's a make demo command that renders sample videos without any keys at all, which is the fastest way to confirm your install works before you spend anything. Keys are optional and stack up. The .env file has entries for fall.ai, which unlocks Flux images plus VO, Kling, and Minimax video. Atlas Cloud as a second gateway. Kling's official direct API. 11 Labs for premium voice and sound effects. Suno for full songs with vocals. Google for Imagen and 700 plus TTS voices. XAI, Runway, HeyGen. Free stock keys for Pexels, Pixabay, and Unsplash cost nothing to get and are honestly the first ones I'd grab. And if you have a decent GPU, there's a make install GPU path that runs WAN, Hunyan, Cog Video, or LTX locally for free. There's a feature here I hadn't seen in other tools, and it's the reason I'd actually try this over a hosted product. You can paste a YouTube video, a short, a reel, a TikTok, or a local clip and say, make me something like this, but about my topic. The agent pulls the transcript, studies the pacing, the cut lengths, the hook structure, the visual style. Then it hands you back 2 or 3 different concepts, tells you what it's keeping from the reference and what it's changing, estimates the cost at your target length, and shows you a sample before it produces anything. Starting from a reference you already like beats writing a perfect prompt from scratch, and I think most people underrate that. Backlot is the piece I'd watch on screen while a job runs. It's a local board that opens by itself when a production starts, and it shows what the pipeline is actually doing instead of what the agent claims it's doing in chat. Stages light up. The script lands as a proper screenplay page. Scene cards shimmer while assets generate. Every provider decision and every dollar shows up on the wall. The storyboard is a real approval gate now, so asset generation pauses on a contact sheet with the takes, the prompts, per asset cost and quality scores, and you sign off before the render, not after. You launch it with Python-m backlot open. There's also a simulate script if you want to watch a fake run before committing to a real one, and a replay button that scrubs through a finished production end-to-end from its timestamps. 12 pipelines ship with it, and picking the right one is really how you steer the whole thing. Animated explainer, animation, avatar spokesperson, cinematic, clip factory for chopping a long video into ranked shorts, documentary montage, hybrid, localization and dubbing, podcast repurpose, screen demo, talking head. Every one of them runs the same 7 stages: research, proposal, script, scene plan, assets, edit, compose. Each stage has its own director skill, which is just a markdown file telling the agent exactly how to do that job. That's the part people miss. There's no orchestrator code running the show. Your assistant is the orchestrator, and the instructions are plain text files you can open and edit. Research being a real stage is a bigger deal than it sounds. Before a single line of script gets written, the agent runs somewhere between 15 and 25 web searches across YouTube, Reddit, Hacker News, news sites, and academic sources, then writes a cited research brief. So a video about your product gets built around questions people are actually asking, not around whatever the model half remembers. Governance is where this stops feeling like a weekend project. Provider selection runs through a scoring engine with 7 dimensions. Task fit gets 30% of the weight, output quality 20, control features 15, reliability 15, cost efficiency 10, then latency and continuity at 5 each. The winner and every runner-up get written into a decision log, so months later you can trace exactly why a video looks the way it does. There's slideshow risk scoring that grades your plan across 6 dimensions and blocks the render if it's about to hand you an animated PowerPoint. Pre-compose validation catches a broken plan before it wastes GPU time. And after every render, the system runs its own review, FF probe on the file. Frames pulled from 4 positions to check for black frames and broken overlays. Audio levels checked for silence and clipping. Subtitles verified. If that review fails, you never see the video. Budget controls are set up the way a finance team would do it. Estimate before spending, reserve the money, reconcile the actual cost afterward. You can run it in observe mode, warn mode, or hard cap mode. Default per action approval threshold is 50 cents and the default total cap is $10, both configurable. Output profiles cover everything you'd ship. 1920 by 1080 for YouTube, 4K 9 by 16 for Shorts and Reels and TikTok, Square for feeds, and a 21 by 9 cinematic option. Rendering happens on your machine, no watermark, commercial use allowed on every tier including free. The website adds context, the repo doesn't. There's a desktop app called OpenMontage Studio in private alpha with beta cohorts coming, which is the same engine behind a warm production board instead of a terminal. Storyboard, script, approvals, renders, with a chat panel steering it. They're saying Studio is free for everyone, and you'd only pay for generation through their cloud, with the price shown before you click. The engine stays open source under AGPL version 3. The project format is published, and your files stay plain files. Local LLM support through Llama and LM Studio is listed as coming. Honest caveats before you clone it. This is a young project with 75 open issues and 150 open pull requests, so expect rough edges. It leans hard on FFmpeg transcoding, local audio analysis, and image processing, so a weak laptop will feel it. And the whole thing runs through your coding assistant, which means you're also paying for those tokens on top of any generation cost. Alright, so that's it from the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.